This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you.
Everything's under control. Just shut down the valve.
Okay, I take it back. Clifford is definitely life-threatening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That creature must be stopped. Shit, the National Guard need to be there shooting his ass.
Exactly.
Clifford on top of the Empire State Building. Clifford about to kill. Double Toasted live in Chicago. That's Thursday, November 18th, 8 p.m. Going to be at the Chop Shop, 2033 West North Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. Get your tickets now by going to x1entertainment.com. Super VIP and VIP tickets are available right now for a full night of comedy, games, and just some good vibes with you. And those tickets, those VIP and Super VIP tickets, going to get you some swag, let you hang out with us before the show at a little get-together. Get on stage with us, the Super VIPs, and much more. Go to X1 Entertainment and get your tickets now. I will show you that so you have a visual. X1 Entertainment. Scroll down and you'll see right there and get your tickets along with the other shows that we have coming up. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. All right, before we start the review, need to let you know that this portion of the show and this review is brought to you by ExpressVPN. And one of the best, rated #1 by CNET, is ExpressVPN. It reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers so that your ISP can't, so your servers or your ISP can't see the sites that you visit. Keeps all your information secure by encrypting. And ExpressVPN is available for all your devices out there, your phones, computers, and that's right, even your smart TV.
Yeah, sometimes those TVs are too damn smart.
I heard my TV downstairs like, damn.
Why are you watching this? Who said that?
Yes, people. Yeah, man. And by the way, the reason why this is rated #1 because they have the best encryption service available out there.
Well, I want the best.
If you go to expressvpn.com/toasted, you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package.
Oh, nice.
Again, you sign up for a year and you get an extra 3 months by going to expressvpn.com/toasted. I want to thank ExpressVPN for sponsoring this portion of the show. And also, I want to thank all of you, as usual, for your support. I want people to know, and I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed to say. I'm a fan of Clifford the Big Red Dog, man. Mm-hmm. I used to watch Clifford the Big Red Dog all the time. I love Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Clifford needed Emily, and her love made Clifford grow so big.
Oh.
And how
She said, no, Clifford, no!
Where's our daughter, Emily? And what's this pile of bones doing down here?
Clifford in there just wagging his tail and his tongue out, and his two little feet
sticking out of his mouth.
One twitching. Yeah, I used to love this theme song too.
Clifford's the best friend anyone could know. So loyal, he's there when you call.
I love Clifford, the Big Red Dog. And I did, man. Thing is, I just used to watch it because it was on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I used to like those books a lot. I used to read them to my kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to work and watch just TV all day. I used to just leave it on. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I put it on PBS.
Yeah, PBS Kids in the
PBS
afternoon.
Kids, yeah. And Clifford became one of my favorites, man. So you damn right, I'm a little protective when they told me that they were making a Clifford movie. You know,
oh, no, you're not.
Oh, I mean, you know, you can do it, but I'm just saying, you know, I don't want to go in and tell them how to do their movie and their job, but I just think there's just certain things when I look at Clifford, you know, Clifford, there are certain things that define Clifford. Because I'm looking at this movie and I'm like, wait a minute, you know, Clifford ain't talking.
Right.
You know, Clifford ain't living out by the sea. He's in the middle of New York tearing up shit. You know, where's T-Bone? Where's Cleo?
Oh, wait, and the cartoon, did Clifford talk?
Yes, he
that's
did.
right, it was John Ritter.
John Ritter,
There's
man.
the voice, yeah.
And he hung out with his friends T-Bone and Cleo. They went on adventures and taught lessons and everything.
But in the books, he didn't talk.
But I don't care about them books. I grew up.
See, I would watch your cartoon and go like, hey, man, this ain't right. The dog shouldn't be talking. This is some Son of Sam shit going on.
Well, Martin, can we just push that shit aside and join together on this movie right here?
Okay.
Because you like Clifford, I like Clifford. I even looked at this and I said, you know what? Why ain't he talking? Where's his gang at? Where's his posse? And why is Clifford so horrifying? I used to look at that cartoon and I even said, that shit never needs to exist in the real world. I love Clifford, but he needs to remain a cartoon.
Well, you know, something else we can come together on between the cartoon and the books is that in those worlds, Clifford is a big red dog, a giant red dog, and everybody's just kind of cool with it.
Yeah, but that's because...
But not here.
No, well, that's because he's out in the open space where he can't tear shit up.
Yeah, New York City is not the place for him.
No. Shit, people are living in closets. You trying to have a goddamn 10-foot puppy over there. I tell you what, you put 2 more heads in that dog, he keep protecting hell.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. As usual, I didn't see the movie, so I keep an open mind about things. I might be a little protective of Clifford, but I will sit back and I will not judge until I've seen the movie. And we did. And what did we think about it? Well, I'll tell you what. The chat, they voted and they said, we're going to give this movie better than sex.
Did they?
Yes. Yes, that dog is better than an orgasm, man.
Well, the chat is never wrong.
They are never wrong. Will they be the first time here? Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for Clifford, the big red live action horrifying mutant ass dog.
Just can't give a straight answer.
And the world couldn't hurt us.
I mean, we saw this and a teardrop fell down and we said, is Emily radioactive? Shit, they living near like a nuclear energy site or something. I was like, how that dog grow that big overnight? God damn! What kind of nuclear shit is going on with that?
Especially the way a giant puppy is looking at her like she's something delicious.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not worried about Clifford. I'm worried about Emily. Shit, you better catch that girl before she cries on something else. Has this whole city full of mutants.
Right. Giant grasshoppers everywhere.
God damn, you better make that chick as happy as possible. Don't make her ass cry. Shit, everybody have radiation poisoning around here.
Clifford? Uncle Casey!
Oh no, we're gonna be late for school.
About the dog?
No, that doggy! This dog is killing me.
You kill that man right there.
Oh, that dude's toast.
This is the first movie where I rooted for the evil scientists to come get this thing. Y'all get this dog before he destroys New York. I looked at Clifford. I said, Clifford, I'm sorry, Clifford gotta go, man. Clifford's like Frankenstein, or Frankenstein's monster, man.
Yeah, I feel like the Cloverfield monster did less damage.
Yeah, man. Listen, you know, that trailer had the makings of a horror movie.
It did. Everybody was saying that.
Yeah, and we said that before. The way Clifford ran that man down in the park.
No, that doggy!
That fool.
And how nobody cared.
Nobody. Well, he's dead already. Nobody can do anything now. That man is just jello in there. Bones all broken. That man was running for his life. Did you see that?
I know. Get your dog.
Jesus Christ, God help me. Somebody get this damn dog. Clifford gonna eat that shit, man. That dog gotta go, man. I'm telling y'all. And it's enough that there's enough in there to make this a truly legit horror movie.
Sure.
Again, we Which they could. They could easily do that. If you just turn the
tweak.
just a little tweak down to dark just a little bit, you can make this a legit Stephen King horror movie.
Yeah.
Like where Emily was picked on so much that she uses her giant red dog to get revenge on those who teased her.
Right.
Bring your garbage to school?
Oh, you mother dead. All of y'all are dead.
Clearly, none of y'all saw Carrie. All
yes,
right.
they carried her ass. Instead of, you know how Carrie was covered in blood? Instead of that, it's Clifford.
Yeah, rather than, it's the magic that grew him. It's like, nah, he was summoned.
No, that dog is from hell.
A portal opened. It turned out John Cleese is really the devil.
Yeah. That dog.
Like needful things.
That dog is summoned by hatred and revenge. Like I can see Emily like Emily's just pushed so far that after Clifford eats the mean girls, her bullies, she just goes to New York City. Kill Clifford, kill everyone. You know what? When you see the movie though, again, it's not Clifford that I'm worried about. It's not Clifford the one that's scaring me. The one that actually is weirding me out in this movie, it's John Cleese.
Yeah.
John Cleese is making this movie creepy, man. Let me tell you about this man. What was his name in the movie?
Dr. Bridwell.
Let me tell you about Dr. Bridwell. First of all, if you try to look up don't go to your Google or anything. Dr. Bridwell's off the grid. That fool goes from town to town giving people evil animals,
right?
And then he's gone.
Yeah. Well, he's got a whole menagerie in his place, so in his Vorpal tent there, where it's this big until you step in it, and then it's like a mansion.
It's another dimension. It's like some Doctor Who shit.
Yeah, like Doctor Who, and it's full of all kinds of weird creatures from a Dungeons and Dragons manual.
Oh yeah. This dude, people did.
And he's one of those mystical dudes who never gives you a straight answer.
Never gives you straight. I always look. Every time you ask me a question, you always like, well, I don't know. What do you think? Weird is what I think. What kind of damn dog is this? What kind of dog you want it to be? Man,
just tell me.
What? Yeah, stop being weird. Like, what the hell is going on? And he got this tent full of mutant animals.
Yeah.
You go in there one day, and the next day you come back, and he is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And when you in there, you start thinking, what is this black market shit you got? These are all animals that were like raised in labs.
Gene spliced
together or something. Like, he's been doing some black market shit. He comes to town, sells these animals, and is gone. The thing is, if you do catch him before he leaves, all those weird ass animals, a hyena with a giraffe neck and all that, all those animals mysteriously disappeared.
There's no animals in here.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. You're just the cutest thing I've ever seen.
What did you do to this thing?
She's like, Clifford's like, kill me.
You have to help me get out of here.
I'm in so much pain. That's not fur, that's blood, you see. I'm constantly bleeding on the outside. Help, please kill me. He's a monster.
Look at you.
Jesus.
He's like, oh.
Damn it, this weirdo got this girl.
No.
I gotta take this shit home.
So cute and so tiny.
Shit, all I did was babies. I'm just trying to play my over here.
Mr. Bridwell, how big is he gonna get?
Well, that depends, doesn't it?
On what?
On how much you love him.
Kind of weird bestiality shit you talking about right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wink,
nudge, nudge. You know, I don't want this dog. No. You know what? Take this mother.
Oh no, he's yours now.
I know, and he shuts that flap. Going somewhere? Oh, you're taking the dog. Or I'll take your life. Let me out this mother. Hey! Hey! No one can hear you. Hey! Norman Bridwell's also the guy that created the books. Someone told me.
Okay, that makes sense.
As he is weird in real life as he is right here. I tell you, the weird thing about it is, because I know y'all, I know what y'all are thinking, man. Oh, there y'all go, especially you, Corey, just reading into things too much. Sure is innocent, man. You just trying to get laughs and tell jokes and whatnot. But then, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Just hear me out. Just hear us out right here. Because maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're correct. Sure, we're just doing it for some stupid, cheap-ass laughs. Of course. All right. But I'm going to tell y'all something. You tell me what it looks like when the girl says, okay, I can't take the dog. And she gets home, and the dog is smuggled in her bag. And standing outside in the rain, Mr. Bridwell has stalked this girl back to her apartment and is just out there just watching her ass.
Yeah, like he said, oh, you taking this fucking dog.
Oh, I'm here to make sure you keep that damn dog. I'll be all night out there in the rain just...
I cast a spell and summon that dog from hell through a portal, and I got to get rid of it somehow.
Yeah.
And I choose you.
Out there just looking in that girl's bedroom window in the middle of the night in the rain. Oh, yes, Clifford. Yes, Clifford, lick her face. Lick her face, Clifford. But you know what? Clifford is terrifying. But I would say this. Clifford is terrifying, but not in that life-threatening way.
No.
He's more terrifying in a, oh shit, my insurance payments are gonna go up kind of way.
Yes. We already live in an apartment we can barely afford with a super who hates us and is on our ass.
And hates dogs.
Hates dogs. Every day he comes by, hey, no dogs. Yeah, man. You don't have to do that every day. We get it.
Never smiling.
Yeah.
Looking like a character on Sanford and Son.
Hey, the dishwasher broke. It's broke.
Yeah.
Well, I might fix it, but no dogs.
Yeah.
God damn. Okay, yes, no dogs.
Shit, if I had a dog, the dog would do more work than you. At least he licked the shit clean.
Right.
I don't care. What's his name?
Yeah, David Allen Greer.
David Allen Greer. Yeah, man. I gotta tell you, I was on edge. When I say like when this is like a horrifying movie, but more in like, oh my God, this dog is gonna tear up everything that he crosses paths with. I was on the edge of my seat just because every time this dog would breathe, something would get destroyed.
Oh yeah, no. When you're a kid, this is fun. When you're a homeowner, this is not fun to watch.
When you sit up here and watching everything that he destroys, there's a price tag that comes up next to it. And you just imagine how much you're gonna be paying for that, and how much insurance is not gonna cover.
And that, hey, if this dude catches this dog in here, we're getting thrown out.
Hell yeah. And by the way, insurance does not cover giant mutant red dogs, so they gotta pay for all that. We ain't never heard of that shit. We don't cover that.
Yeah.
That is not a natural disaster. That's an unnatural disaster right there. No, y'all paying for this.
Act of God? No, I don't think so.
No, that's an act of hell right there. That's an act of Satan.
Yeah, but the water cutoff is in the bedroom closet.
Don't come
Well, got that old black
He
man
got that,
walk too.
that old black man walk.
Where his stomach is like 3 feet up here, and his ass is 10 feet back here.
And he got the step like this, and move back and forth when he walks.
Why they do that to that man? Where to wash and dry?
Well, every sentence starts with, well.
Wait.
Is in the bedroom closet.
Don't come in here. No. So the dishwasher. So it makes like
These white folks so going crazy. Y'all need to,
He really does not have to play that up like that.
no, y'all need to lay off that shit.
weird crackling noise.
Clifford, no!
Clifford was like, I've been waiting on your pretty ass to be alone. No, Clifford, Jesus, help!
Everything's under control. Just shut down the valve.
Okay, I take
Jelly.
it back. Clifford is definitely life-threatening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That creature must be stopped. Shit, the National Guard need to be there shooting his ass.
Exactly.
Clifford on top of the Empire State Building. Clifford about to kill. Now, I am half joking about the horror stuff in here, man. Only half joking because this movie, it is definitely still weird. This movie is definitely still kind of out there. I know y'all were raised on the Clifford books, but when you put Clifford in the real world in the middle of New York, that shit is strange. You got a chick having radioactive tears and shit. I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man. For something so crazy and weird being put in real life, it is also very, very conventional.
I'd go so far to say it's a throwback. It's a throwback to a lot of these movies from the early 2000s.
Yep.
Because I thought this is a lot like the structurally, it's Yogi Bear and some of the Chipmunk movies.
This suffers from taking something so simple and filling it out with the basics, the formulas, the shortcuts that we see
and in the
all the time.
Third act, it borrows from E.T.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. You know, when I say that this was simple, I'm not talking, that's not an insult. It's the simple in the best way possible. You know, those books, man.
They're very simple.
They're very simple and they're very straightforward. Emily found a small dog. She loved the dog until the dog grew up big. And that was it. Now, if you watch the show, it's a little more, but not that much. This time, Clifford can talk. He's got more characters to hang out with. You know, he's hanging out with Cleo and T-Bone, his friends over there. They have a 15-minute adventure. We all learn a lesson. And we're all better human beings for it.
Yeah.
At the end.
I go home and take a nap.
Exactly. Reflect on what you learned from this damn dog. And hey, big props to John Ritter over here, man, for that. He was actually being very well known. People are like, wow, this guy's he's very sweet with this character.
Oh yeah.
You know, the late great John Ritter over here, man. Now look, I'm not gonna sit up here and be a Clifford purist.
I'll beat your ass
and demand that this be loyal to my Clifford. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that shit. But there are times when simple material is adapted, and when it's adapted, it's because someone was very inspired. They said, "Wow, we know that this could just be fine the way it is, but man, there's a story here that we just thought we could make more out of it." And then there's other properties when it's adapted where the studio just wants to make a studio movie, and they want to get that money quick, and they just dust off the old guidebook and put in there pretty much the blueprint for every family studio movie, and this is a guidebook formula blueprint movie right here.
It is. I will say that if there's anything that sets it apart, because like I said, I thought about how much this is like Yogi Bear, the Chipmunk movies.
Yeah, the Chipmunk movies, yeah.
And it turns out this guy directed one of the Chipmunk movies.
Okay.
Your least favorite, in fact.
Well, you know what? He's already forgiven because he didn't drive me crazy with this.
Matter of fact, he directed two of your least favorite movies.
Oh, shit.
With Van Wilder also. Like two of the movies that have driven you crazy.
Wait a minute. This fool went from Van Wilder to the Chipmunks to Clifford?
Also, Old Dogs, which is his lowest rated movie.
God damn, man.
It's got to have a dog in there.
Shit, who said you can't teach old dogs new tricks?
Right? But one thing I thought, okay, well, this is something that's kind of sets this differently from those others.
Yeah.
Is that with that, Yogi Bear, Chipmunks, and all these others.
By the way, I like Yogi Bear.
No, me too. I like Yogi Bear, a lot. I was surprised by how much I liked it. But with those CG characters, those main characters, they had a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Like it was really about them, but you also had, other actors and mostly comedians in there with them. So here, Clifford doesn't talk. All he does is do puppy stuff.
Tear up shit.
So they loaded this with comedians and comedic actors who really do all the heavy lifting.
I recognize that, but I also recognize, like you say, the formula.
Yeah.
That is in this movie right here. The thing is that I know that I see a lot of movies, and this is probably why I recognize this stuff all the time. So I'm not trying to nitpick on this, but seriously, these are some major shortcuts. So what do you do when you have a movie with a kid and the studio wants you to immediately root for the kid? Give him a bully.
Yep, a bully.
If you a boy, you're getting your ass beat.
Yeah.
If you a girl, you're gonna be surrounded by mean girls who are the most heartless bitches who are just going to talk shit to you to the point that, like, instead of beating your ass, they will make you want to kill yourself.
Yeah, right. And there's no adults, let alone other kids to go like, hey, cool it with all that.
Yeah, that's a shortcut for them to immediately make you root for the protagonist kid. Also, whenever you have a big creature in a movie, how do they make you care for the big creature that's different, or the public perceives the creature to be dangerous? They always have scientists going after them.
Yep.
Scientists are some evil corporation This dude has not made anything that I like. He also made Wild Hogs.
Yeah.
I did not realize how much I want to choke this guy.
I know.
This guy has caused me so much pain in my life, Martin, and I did not even know it was the same guy.
I didn't either until I started looking this up.
God damn, when somebody causes you that much heartache and pain, it's usually done by separate people. Jesus Christ, this man is destructive.
Yeah. He was Jack the Ripper all along.
He is a emotional tornado, man, this guy. Which one did he make? The Squeakquel? Oh no, the Road Chip.
Yeah, the Road Chip.
This dude. This guy.
Wait, did you hate the Road Chip more than Chipwrecked?
Which one were they singing Uptown Funk?
Oh, I don't know. I lost track.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little side story here because some of y'all are new, and Martin brought this up, and I'm glad he did. But the Chipmunks drove me out my mind one morning, man. And I'm mad at this guy, but I'm mad enough and mature enough to admit that it was kind of my fault too. I went into, let me see here.
Well, you can't say his movies don't get an emotional response.
You cannot say that because I've been responding like a to these movies, man. Let me see here, man. I went to see the Road Chip. I went to go see the Road Chip, and I was, it's my fault. I was drinking heavy that night, and we had to get up at 10 in the morning to go see this movie, this damn Chipmunk movie. And I'm not crazy about the Chipmunk movies anyway.
Right.
But for some reason, I was sitting up there, and I had a pounding headache. I was nauseated, and the Chipmunks did not help. Uptown Funk did not stop at all.
Coming up, the Chipmunks are
That was me
back.
the night before. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go see the Chipmunks. Let me. And I remember sitting up there. Shut up! I remember, and I didn't do it that bad. I remember being in the theater, and these kids were having a good time. They were enjoying themselves, and I remember just sitting there, and I did have my hand in my hand. I was like, stop! Oh, so this guy has caused me so much misery. I had walked out of his movies being angry, man. Man, thank you for telling me this. Now I gotta find this guy.
I want to give you some perspective.
I'm glad to know it's one man. Because if I find this man, I can get to the source.
That's true.
And make it in.
You don't have to hunt all these different people down.
Oh, and for this movie, speaking of Uptown Funk, you got movies like this that put in random pop songs. Hey, listen, what this is it's, and I'm using this in not really a derogatory way, and it's going to sound like it, but it's sort of your typical Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah.
You know, these Nickelodeon movies, they kind of follow the same beats. They got the same formula, the same score, same pop songs timed out the same way to the same montages.
Sure.
You know, I mean, it's a movie where it's very calculated, is what it is. I mean, they are aware that we are making this to just meet the bare minimum, the bare requirements, because these kids are going to watch.
The kids are going to watch. I do think it's like a little bit above that, just because the performances of the people in it. Like, everybody could have just phoned it in, but I was like, they actually are doing a little bit extra.
Martin, I'm going to tell you something. This right here, that put things in very much perspective for me. After that whole history of anger that you just told me, all those movies, I looked at this and I thought, you know what? That doesn't mean it's bad. Again, the books are simplistic. This is a simplistic studio movie.
Yeah.
And really, it's almost, I'm just happy that Clifford, I'm glad Clifford ain't talking. Because Clifford be singing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Clifford be singing the latest pop songs and talking the latest slang.
Talking slang, yeah.
And I'm so happy that, listen, I'm so happy Clifford doesn't talk. I'm so happy that Clifford is pretty much a dog, a natural dog. I mean, sure, he doesn't look real. In fact, when he's small, he's Clifford the fake ass dog. But when he gets bigger, it's like, all right, I know there's no big red dog out there. He looks fine.
I gotta admit, because I read something from our friend Rendy, where he's like, how come this can't look as good as Stuart Little? And I was like, yeah, that movie was a long time ago, and it does, but like, I was prepared for it not to look good. But when he came out as a puppy, I laughed my ass off at how bad how bad those graphics were. I was like, it was just involuntary. I wasn't like, I'm gonna laugh at this. I just saw it. I was like,
man, that dog. When that dog comes out, when it's a little puppy, that dog comes out just flowing.
I was like, y'all couldn't just get a real puppy and just color correct it to make him red?
Well, that's because they want him to like react on cue. You don't want to do all that. Yeah, when that dog, I mean, it looks frightening.
Yes.
That's another thing that's horrifying. That dog just, Emily, it looks in pain.
Yeah. And big props to Darby Camp, the actress who plays Emily. I mean, I think she's got the goods because she was really good in the Santa Claus Chronicles. But just watching her, I was like, she's the real deal. She's really good about carrying this and acting against a tennis ball as if it's a real puppy or a giant dog.
Like she's holding a loaf of bread right there or something, you know. But I like the way they, she makes a good Emily. I like the way they even got her hair kind of close to Emily. But she's very good.
Yeah.
She's very good. And that's the thing with the movie, man. As I said, it's just simplistic in a different way. The show is simplistic. The books are simplistic. And both those things are two different things from each other. I mean, the same property, but there's two different things. And the movie's kind of its own thing, too, like that. And I got to tell you, when Clifford is, if we just had a dog here with no personality and he was just running through the whole movie doing, then that would be somewhat annoying. But in the movie, the neighbors, as you say, the neighborhood, which is made up of all these actors and comedians, they actually are the ones that raise this movie up, man. I really enjoy watching them. And we already mentioned some of their names, but like Kenan Thompson and Paul Rodriguez and Tony Hale and whatnot, a few other people here, John Cleese. These are, not only were they funny, because I genuinely laughed at these people, man.
I did too. I love Kenan's scene. Yeah,
no, Kenan.
I mean, it's like they had them on there. They had something of a script, let them improvise a little bit, not just do stand up, but they really, they kind of brought it. It's like they said like, we could half-ass this, but why not? And Tony Hale is always good. I love him and stuff.
That scene, and that's the thing, I do think, and this is not easy to do when you have a CG character that's not there. It's not easy to improvise, or it's not easy to give the illusion of improvising, because that it felt more natural, their delivery, than it normally would in one of these kind of kids movies. Like when Kenan Thompson, when he played the vet and they brought Clifford in.
Is he all right?
Hell no, he ain't all right. He's a goddamn big red dog.
Which is his reaction to everything.
And if he ain't all right, I'm not all right.
He's whew.
Are you gonna examine him?
Take a look inside your mouth there, buddy. Easy.
Look at your black ass away from me.
Look, I don't want to do this either.
Yeah. Shit, you don't like red, I don't like black. The thing is, that's Clifford's first time seeing a black man.
He's all me. Yeah, his instinct is.
I'll back off, man. I'll trust you.
Easy. You want to maybe tell him?
Oh, yeah. Clifford.
Cool.
Nah, these are and it's not only that they make you laugh, but the neighborhood are the neighbors in this neighborhood made of all these actors and comedians we're talking about. They're not overdoing it.
No, that's you think they're going to, and it's a kids movie where they could, and it's like they get close, but somehow they pull it back just enough.
No,
it's not annoying.
No, they actually, there's not a lot of shtick going on. They're not pausing to like give some broad joke or take a moment to be in the spotlight. Like, it's all an ensemble effort, man, and they all work together. Like Paul Rodriguez, I didn't even recognize at first, and he's just real cool.
Yeah.
He's just playing one of these cool ass old Hispanic neighbors, man. I just really liked that. When it felt genuine like that, it felt very emotional when the neighborhood came together to
Yeah.
help out Clifford. You know, and so the third act really pulled it together for me. And some of the people that we talked about already that I did not like at first end up getting me. Tony Hale is just so funny, man.
Yeah.
He plays your typical corporate villain. He has a company where he wants to feed, he wants to make bigger food products, bigger eggs, bigger animals for meat. So, of course, when he sees Clifford, he's like, shit, I got to find out the secret here.
Right, yeah, because everything he's trying to come up with is going wrong.
It's going wrong. He's like, hell, I'll sell dog meat if I have to. But Tony Hale is funny, man.
Yeah.
And even Jack, Whitehall.
Whitehall. He was just in.
He was just in Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise,
where
yeah.
he played the aloof little brother, and in this movie, right, he plays the aloof little brother.
To a British woman.
to a British woman. Except this time he has an American accent, and he was getting on my nerves at first because he was bumbling all over the place. But even I started to like him after a while.
Yeah. Because initially with him, I was like, all right, it's going to focus on him, and I'm not sure about. Nothing is the actor. I'm just not sure about his character.
Exactly.
But the longer it went on, I was like, you know what? He's cool.
It comes down to pleasantly adequate for me.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing special. It's fine for kids. I still think, as much as I do like it, I still think it's better watched at home. Oh, absolutely. Because it's still studio formulaic. Like the things we just mentioned. And like I said, those shortcuts, I mean, at this point, maybe it's because I've seen 3 things with Mean Girls in them. Mm-hmm. This, Chucky, and there was something else. And I'm like, all right,
Last Night in Soho.
Last Night, yes. I knew it. I've seen 3 things with Mean Girls in them. And I'm just kind of like, man, I'm just kind of over that. Yeah. And all these things that we continuously see, to me, they just become a little bit lazy, even if I do like something. Sure. So that's why I'm saying, I look at this.
I love that extra.
Oh, yeah. Bam! Only thing I really can complain about is this dog don't take. I've never seen this dog take a shit. This dog don't.
It's a puppy, too.
And that's a puppy, too. This dog never.
It would be pissing and shitting all over everything.
This dog never takes a shit. We spent 2 days with this dog. There should have been little mountains of shit left all around the city. The dog, we saw him take a piss. He splashed people with it. But there should have been piles of doo-doo around this city. You never see this dog take a shit. I get it because it's a kid's movie, but damn. Come on.
Well, you watch movies all the time. You don't see people take shits, but you know that they do.
It should have been a goddamn. I know.
Plus, he's a magic dog.
But
maybe.
May I put up an argument for it? We see movies of people taking shits.
Okay.
And well, we see no, we don't.
we don't.
No, we see movies of people, but we don't see them take a shit.
Right.
But we don't need to because they're taking normal shits. This dog is not. Somebody needs to address this. He need to be like that damn Triceratops in Jurassic Park, just leaving a mound of boo-boo. But man, I would give this. I think it's adorable. I do think it's fine, and I do again appreciate that. Even if it's in a formulaic way, they kept it. They kept it pretty straightforward, to a fault sometimes. But I give this a high rental. Laughed out loud to several things. Actually laughed out loud to several reactions to Clifford. Mm-hmm. Things I would normally just kind of be like, well, that's goofy.
Yeah. No, it's an unspecial movie that's special by how much it doesn't suck. And I know that's like damning with faint praise, but you watch this trailer and you just see all the ways this could go bad. It's actually a sweet movie with a lot of comedic actors who really put something in it, and good child actors. Besides Darby Camp, Isaac Wang, who plays the other kid who's with her.
Oh, yeah.
He's good because last time we saw him was in Good Boys, where he played the badass kid that everybody looked up to. So this character is very different.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. That's where I saw him in. Yeah, that's him right there.
Yeah. And just all that kind of comes together to go like, man, this is a much better movie than it had any right to be. I ain't saying it's great. You're right. Right. High rental. You watch it at home, or if you have kids, if you have smaller kids who are into Clifford, you could take them, and they would have a good time, and you would go begrudgingly and be like, it wasn't so bad.
It wasn't so bad. Yeah. I mean, if you take them to the theater, it's not going to be a terrible experience, I don't think.
the CGI is kind of unforgivable.
Oh yeah.
All things considered.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I don't care how cute they try to make that dog.
It does not look the least bit real.
No. Dog just moving unnaturally and shit.
I mean, they could have just as well have made it the animated.
They could have
2D animated.
They could have made
dog.
that dog claymation. That dog would have been moving like this. Emily, it wouldn't have mattered. What do you think though? What's your rating?
No, same.
High rental.
High rental.
Yeah. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. This is definitely not. This is not a. It's not a slight against this movie giving it a high rating.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it's funny because, I guess like on Rotten Tomatoes it's 55%, but this is that guy's highest rated movie by a lot.
Yeah, I just added a notch to it right there. Yeah, definitely his highest rated movie from me. Mm-hmm. Because all his movies have been bullshit. I don't think I'm giving. Wow. Now that I think about it, every movie that this guy has come out with, I don't think I've given any one of them anything above some old bullshit.
Yeah.